Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's great to have you guys. I also wanted to welcome all of my brand new subscribers. Welcome. And I also wanted to say a happy spring break to all of my spring break people that are on spring break right now like I am. And now, since you guys voted for it, here it is. The video today is going to be on what your Beardie is trying to tell you, part 3. And if you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, go ahead and watch those now because it's going to make a lot more sense if you guys watched those before, because I'm probably going to touch on some things from those videos as well. I also wanted to mention one more thing before we start. On Facebook, I have a reptile lovers group. Its name is Lizard Guru Reptile Lovers Group, and on there I have a full care guide for your bearded dragon, and that is the only care guide I have up there right now. If you guys want more lizard care guides, just request them and I will get them up there. Just let me know. So if you're interested, go ahead and like and join. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about and you did not vote for this video, in that reptile group, you are able to vote for my videos. You're only able to vote for my videos in there, and that's how I'm going to have prizes being given out through that group. So I think it's a good idea to go ahead and join. And if you haven't followed any of my other social media accounts, that's how I keep you guys updated. So go ahead and follow all of my social media accounts. The links to those are going to be at the end of the video. And so let's get started. The first bearded dragon characteristic that I'm going to go over today is called ballooning. If you have never seen this before, I will show you a video in a second, but this is where a bearded dragon will make themselves bigger, and they literally swallow air to make their stomachs bigger, to create greater surface area to either absorb heat or just to make themselves look bigger if they're trying to look more dominant and come off in that appearance, if they feel threatened or if they're feeling aggressive and territorial. It just depends. And sometimes with ballooning it is accompanied with a darker shade because,
proven fact, darker colors suck in more light.
Yeah, so as I said, the darker the shade, the more heat it sucks in. And here's a little video of that. Number 2 is something that I did go over in the first video. It's called tail twitching. However, I wanted to add a few things to it. As I said before,
Tail will flicker really fast at the end, and if that happens with your dragon, they are basically ready to kill another dragon. They're ready to fight to the death, basically, is what's happening, in the cutest way possible.
So it can be seen during a fight, but also it can be seen while they're hunting as well. So when they're hunting, sometimes you will see a tail flicker. Not all dragons do this while doing that, but you will. If you ever do see that, just know it's an aggressive motion. It is not a subtle motion. It's meant to be aggressive. Number 3 is popping noises. I don't know if anyone else has heard this with their dragons or even thought to listen to it, but whenever I cuddle my babies, or they're just getting comfy on my shoulder or I'm holding them, sometimes they'll make little faint popping noises. I wasn't able to get a video of it because it didn't really show up in the video recordings. However, what this is it's a release of air. So sometimes also if you like squeeze them a little bit, you'll hear like the popping noise because they're like releasing the air that's in their stomach, or it will just happen when they're comfy and you're not pressing on them at all, and that's what the popping noises are. It just means that they're comfortable, they're relaxed, and I have always found them to be happy noises, never upset noises. Okay, this is one of my favorites. Number 4 is the body wiggle and one paw scratching. This is the cutest thing I think bearded dragons do. It's when they're trying to get comfortable and when they're ready for bed. That's what that means, and here's a little video of that. Now, number 5 is a really important characteristic that all Beardie owners need to watch out for if you have a female. Even if you don't have a female, this can only happen with females, but some people think they have a male and then end up finding out that it's female because of this. So, the 5th characteristic is continuous glass surfing, scratching all over the place, and uncontrollable energy. this is a sign that your baby is egg bound. Now, bearded dragons, as I call it, have lizard periods, and what this means is they lay infertile eggs. Not all bearded dragons do, obviously. Not all female bearded dragons do, but some do. So this doesn't really start until sometimes the age of 1.5 years, but usually around 2 years is when this will happen, and it takes a lot out of your baby. Your baby will be super tired, super exhausted, look like they have lost a lot of weight, look dehydrated, probably be really sluggish, and their bottom is probably going to hurt a little bit from laying all of those eggs. So if you see these signs, what you're going to want to do is keep them super hydrated, because literally what these eggs are filled with is nothing but lizard juice. It just smells like urine, like when it comes out. This happened to Belly, and I didn't know at the time, and I was like, yeah, it happens, and she made it through. But if this happens, they'll lay eggs once a year. This is very critical that you take care of them during this time, because not all dragons make it through this. It is rare that they don't, but it does happen from improper care and taking care of them. They can get eggs stuck in there and then become impacted and not be able to lay them. So you really want to be careful and make sure you're doing the right things. You can also create something that's called a lay box. So in order to create a lay box, you're going to want a bin that is kind of like this. This is an 18-gallon. You're probably going to want like a 20-gallon or bigger. And you can get topsoil or children's play sand to put inside of it. I would recommend doing children's play sand because it's a lot cleaner. It doesn't stain your Beardie or the eggs. But what you do is you get a light and you get the clamps. You can just put it on clamp it on the side. Make sure you mix it with like a warm hot water, just so when they're in there, because they're going to be in there like all day. Sometimes it takes like 3 different days. You just leave them in there all day. Make sure that you put them to bed at night, clean them off a little bit, but they're going to be in there just digging tunnels. So that warm water will keep them warm. The heat lamp will also keep it all warm and make sure that she doesn't freeze up, because sand does lose its temperature very quickly. And all you're going to want to do when you first put them in there is just lump it all to one side, and they will dig it the way they want it to, just dig little tunnels. So that's all you do for that lay box. I'll create a whole video on that later, don't worry. And the last and final characteristic that I find really cute is something that I feel like every bearded dragon owner should know, and that is called the sexy leg. Here's a little clip of that. What this is that just means that your lizard is comfortable. Pretty self-explanatory. They're just comfortable. It's something cute and funny. But anyways, thanks so much for watching, you guys. And from my family to yours, I hope you guys have a wonderful week.